Alright, hi, welcome back. In this video, we're going to learn how to use adjustment layer. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. So we're inside of Adobe Premiere Pro right now, and I'm using the editing workspace. Alright, so if you want to follow along, just click on editing workspace and click on window, workspaces, and editing. And also, if you want to make sure that you are on the default setup, you can click on reset to save layout. Alright, there you go. Now, right, so I have here a timeline here. I have here a test timeline here. So let's change it to fit. All right, so that you can see the whole program monitor. All right, so we have this Premiere Pro logo right here. Okay, so now, all right, so why do we need to use an adjustment layer? Well, for me, I use adjustment layer if I want to apply the same effect across all my footages. All right, so let me show you how I do it. So first, I'm gonna go into project panel right here. All right, and then right click on this and then click on new item. All right, and then click on adjustment layer, or you can click on these this icon. Where is it? This icon is the new item icon. All right, new item, click on that new item and then click on adjustment layer. It will automatically create an adjustment layer with the matching your sequence settings on your timeline. All right, so click on OK, and then now you have your adjustment layer. It looks like just a normal footage. All right, but if you can just drag and drop it on top of your timeline right here. Okay, I'm gonna drop it right here. Bam. So I'm going to increase this. All right, increase this so that all of the footage underneath, all right, so all of the footage here will be affected, whatever effects I add here on this adjustment layer. All right, so I'll make sure, okay, let's say for this example, I'm gonna put right here. All right, and this one is not covered with adjustment layer, so that you will just see the difference. Okay, so say for example, I want to add a blur effect. All right, so let's go to effects and then search for blur effect. Scroll down, there is some blur effect here. Okay, let's try to use this Gaussian blur. All right, Gaussian blur, I'm gonna drag it to our adjustment layer. All right, now it's already here, but of course we need to check the settings or change the settings of the adjustment layer. So I'm gonna click on this adjustment layer, and then I'm gonna click on effects control. So this one, the effects control of this adjustment layer is right here. So we scroll down and we look for Gaussian blur. The blurriness here is 0, so I'm gonna increase it to, let's say, 83. Okay, so that you'll just see the difference. Now all of these across, right, is all blurred. All right, unlike if we're gonna remove this adjustment layer and say for example you want this clip, all right, and this clip and this clip too, you want this to be blur, so all you have to do is do it one by one. So how do I do that? So you put the Gaussian blur here on this footage. All right, this clip, so this one's basically the Premiere Pro logo, so I just duplicated it. All right, so this is the Premiere Pro logo is right here. Now the sunset background is right here. All right, so say for example this Premiere logo, I would like to blur this, so I add the effect manually right there, and then just click on this and then go over to the effect control of that clip, and then you can just change the Gaussian blur. All right, now it's blurred. Now to go to do that again to the next clip right here, this clip, gonna go to effect control again, and you drag and drop this effects, all right, to your second timeline right here, second video right here, and then you go again to the effects control, you click this, you go to effects control, you scroll down, you go to change the blurriness again to like that, and then you do it again to the next logo right here. This one is the clip or any video, or say for example, and then you're going to add again the adjustment, the Gaussian blur right here, and then you go to the effects control and you change it again to make it blur. All right, so as you can see, all of the video, all of the clip right there is blur. All right, as you can see, it's blur. All right, now the problem with that, it's time consuming, especially if you have a long timeline that you'd like to add a single effect. All right, so if that's the case, that's the reason why we use adjustment layer, to save time. All right, instead of manually putting all of those effects manually by each of those separate footage, manually do it every time for all of the footage, you can just create an adjustment layer, and all of the effect that with the adjustment layer will be applied underneath. So in this video, or everything underneath will be affected by the adjustment layer. So if I put a Gaussian blur right here, so this one will be blur, this one will be blur, and so on and so forth will be blur. All right. But if I put here at the top the adjustment layer like that, okay, all right, this footage will not be affected by the adjustment layer. All right. So now I'm gonna undo it. All right, undo. Okay. Now, say for example this one. Let's remove the Gaussian blur. All right. I'm gonna turn off the effects. This one I'm gonna turn off the effects too. All right. Turn off the effects, and then this one we'll just turn off the effects too. All right. Gaussian blur. Okay, now, so I want these Premiere Pro logo right here to be blurred. All right, and I want to save time, so I will create an adjustment layer. Now we already created the adjustment layer right here, so all we have to do is to drag this on top of those clip, video, or in this example logo, and then everything will be blurred. All right, so let's play it. Everything will be blurred as long the adjustment layer is right there. All right. And then as you notice, after the adjustment layer gone, the blur effect is gone as well. All right, because the adjustment layers only cover this part, and if you go here, there's no blurriness because there's no adjustment layer. All right, the Premiere logo, I'm gonna put it on top of the application. All right, I'm gonna put the Premiere Pro logo video on top of the adjustment layer and see what's gonna happen. Okay, let's try play it. As you can see, the sunset is blurred because it's underneath of the adjustment layer, but the logo is not because it's on top of the adjustment layer. All right, so I'm gonna play it again one more time. All right, cool. So that's how you use this adjustment layer to save time. All right, everything underneath of the adjustment layer will be affected. Let's say I want to put some effects again with the adjustment layer, like let's change this to twirl. Okay, twirl. All right, so let's go with the distort, twirl. This is only for this example so they can see. I'm gonna drag it to the adjustment layer. All right, and let's try to look for the effects control of the twirl. The angle twirl radius under 30. Let's try to increase it. All right, let's try to change. Okay. All right, as you can see, just bump the angle to 230 degrees. So you can see the effects right there. All right, so if you're gonna play this, all right, everything underneath the adjustment layer will be affected of this adjustment layer. All right, so that's basically how you use adjustment layer. All right, so if you have any question, you can leave it on the Q&A tab. All right, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time. Thank you.